Welcome back to our channel HD Ultra Rare Coins. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. The United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2 pence coin from 2002 is not just a piece of metal. It's a testament to tradition, design mastery, and the enduring charm of numismatics. In the palm of your hand, it may weigh just a few grams, but in the world of collectors, it carries the weight of legacy, intrigue, and, for the right specimen, an extraordinary monetary value. Welcome to the captivating story of this rare treasure, brought to you by HD Ultra Rare Coins, where we explore coins that transcend their face value to become priceless artifacts. The story of the 2 pence coin begins in 1971, when the United Kingdom underwent one of the most significant monetary changes in its history: decimalization. Before this momentous event, the British currency system was a complex web of pounds, shillings, and pence, rooted in centuries-old traditions. On February 15, 1971, Decimal Day, the pound was redefined into 100 new pence, and the 2 pence coin made its debut as part of this streamlined, modernized system. The original design of the 2 pence, featuring the badge of the Prince of Wales with its distinctive ostrich feathers, coronet, and motto, Ich diene, I serve, became instantly recognizable across the country. But the year 2002 brought this familiar coin into a unique spotlight, creating versions so rare that they have since become the stuff of collectors' dreams. The year 2002 itself was momentous in the United Kingdom for many reasons. It marked the Golden Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II, celebrating her 50 years on the throne. Across Britain and the Commonwealth, festivities, pageantry, and commemorative events honored Her Majesty's remarkable reign. In the world of coinage, this anniversary created a heightened interest in coins minted that year, as they carried the subtle significance of being part of this historic celebration. While the standard 2002 2 pence coin was part of the ongoing circulating currency, certain minting variations and limited runs created an air of rarity that would elevate its desirability for decades to come. When examining the 2002 2 pence coin, one must first appreciate the artistry of its obverse side. Here, we find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a regal image rendered with the refined precision of the fourth definitive coinage portrait by sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. Introduced in 1998, this effigy presents the Queen in a more mature light than previous designs, showing her wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Rank Broadley's work is known for its realism, with sharper facial details and a bold presence, ensuring that the Queen's visage is instantly recognizable even on the smallest of coinage. Encircling the portrait is the legend, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2002, an abbreviation of the Latin Elizabeth II Dei Grazia Regina Fidei Defensor, translating to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Flipping the coin reveals the reverse side, adorned with the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, with a ribbon below bearing the German motto, Ich diene. This design, by Christopher Ironside, was chosen for its historical resonance, connecting the coin to centuries of royal heraldry. The feathers themselves are finely detailed, each barb and curve rendered with the crispness of master engraving. The legend, 2 pence, sits above the emblem, with the denomination clear and bold, serving as both an artistic and functional element. The coin's bronze composition, made from a mix of copper, tin, and zinc, gives it a warm, reddish tone that over time can develop a pleasing patina, adding to its visual charm. While millions of 2 pence coins were minted in 2002 for general circulation, the magic of rarity lies in the details. Some coins from this year were struck in limited proof sets, designed for collectors and never intended for everyday handling. These proofs boast mirror-like fields and frosted designs, achieved through a specialized minting process that involves multiple strikes on specially prepared blanks. Even rarer are coins with minting errors, misstrikes, off-center designs, or double-struck elements that escape the meticulous quality control of the Royal Mint. Such anomalies transform an ordinary coin into a one-of-a-kind masterpiece, each with its own personality and story. Collectors of the 2002 2 pence are drawn not only to its potential rarity but also to its connection with the Golden Jubilee. Coins minted in years of royal milestones often enjoy increased demand, as they serve as both currency and commemorative artifacts. For some enthusiasts, owning a 2002 2p is like holding a small, tangible fragment of that celebratory year, a reminder of street parties, Union Jack flags fluttering in the breeze, and the enduring image of a monarch whose reign spanned generations. In the world of numismatics, such emotional resonance can be just as valuable as physical scarcity. The journey of these coins from pocket change to high-value collectibles often begins innocently. A sharp-eyed individual might spot an unusual shine, a curious misalignment, or a proof-like finish in a coin received as change. Others might inherit a collection from a relative, only to discover that one small bronze piece holds extraordinary worth. The market for rare 2p coins has grown steadily over the years, driven by passionate collectors, competitive auctions, and the thrill of discovering hidden treasure in the most ordinary of places. Over time, as the Royal Mint introduced new designs, most notably in 2008, when the reverse of the 2p was changed to depict a segment of the royal shield, the earlier designs gained an added nostalgic appeal. The pre-2008 coins, with their Prince of Wales badge, became icons of a certain era in British coinage. For the 2002 issue, this design not only represented tradition but also marked a year of celebration, making it a double emblem of significance. In today's market, the value of a 2002 2p coin can vary widely depending on its condition, rarity, and whether it bears any unique features. Circulated examples without notable errors are worth little more than their face value, but uncirculated proof or error coins can command astonishing prices. The most desirable pieces are often those with documented provenance, exceptional preservation, and striking visual appeal. In recent years, auction houses and private sales have seen such coins achieve values that would have been unthinkable when they first left the mint. Imagine, for a moment, the journey of a single 2002 2p coin, struck in the quiet halls of the Royal Mint, gleaming and flawless, perhaps placed into a collector's proof set or slipped inadvertently into circulation. It might have passed from hand to hand, traveled through pockets and tills, been tucked into jars or drawers, and survived decades with barely a scratch. Along the way, its connection to history, its rarity, and its beauty quietly grew in value, until one day it was recognized for what it truly was, a small, round link to the past, worth far more than anyone could have guessed. In the grand tapestry of coin collecting, the United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2p 2002 occupies a fascinating niche. It is a coin that blends historical depth, artistic mastery, and the thrill of rarity, appealing to both seasoned numismatists and casual enthusiasts alike. Whether sought after for its Golden Jubilee connection, its design, or the possibility of a rare minting anomaly, it remains a cherished piece of Britain's monetary heritage. And for the luckiest of collectors, finding the right specimen could mean not just owning a piece of history but also holding a treasure of extraordinary value. For those who appreciate the intersection of art, history, and chance, the 2002 2p is a shining example of how even the smallest coins can carry the largest stories. And as for its ultimate worth? In the most exceptional cases, those pristine, rare, and coveted examples, this unassuming copper coin has been known to reach a jaw-dropping value of $23 million, a figure that transforms it from everyday currency into a legendary prize in the world of numismatics. This is the magic of coin collecting, and this is why, here at HD Ultra Rare Coins, we continue to celebrate these extraordinary pieces that remind us that history, beauty, and value can fit in the palm of your hand. Top 2. The United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2p coin from 2003 is one such unassuming piece, often mistaken for ordinary change in someone's pocket, yet for those who truly know its background, it becomes a gateway into the intricate tapestry of British numismatic heritage. Imagine holding this small copper-plated steel disc in your hand, feeling its smooth yet slightly worn surface, and realizing that you're not just touching metal, you're holding a moment in history, a symbol of a nation, and for a lucky few, a piece worth a staggering fortune. To understand the magic of the 2003 2p coin, we must first step back in time to the origins of the decimal coinage system in the United Kingdom. The journey began on February 15, 1971, Decimal Day, when Britain transitioned from its centuries-old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a modern decimal-based currency. Among the new coins introduced was the 2 pence, designed not just as a means of exchange but as a symbol of a new monetary era. By 2003, over 3 decades after this transformation, the 2 pence coin had evolved in both composition and cultural significance. No longer struck from bronze, as it had been in its early years, the coin was now minted in copper-plated steel, giving it a distinctive shine yet ensuring it remained economical to produce. At the heart of the 2003 issue lies its most striking feature, the reverse design by Christopher Ironside, a celebrated artist whose work has become an enduring hallmark of British coinage. The design proudly bears the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, accompanied by the motto, Ich diene, which translates from German to I serve. This emblem, steeped in centuries of royal heritage, is more than just decorative. It tells the story of the Prince of Wales's role and lineage. For the casual observer, it is simply a beautiful crest, but for the collector, it's a reminder of deep-rooted tradition woven into the very fabric of British monarchy. Turning the coin over, one is greeted by the familiar and regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right in accordance with centuries-old British tradition. The 2003 2 pence features the 4th definitive portrait of the Queen, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrayal captures Her Majesty with a dignified realism, showing fine details in the crown and facial features, symbolizing her role as both a monarch and a figure of continuity in a rapidly changing world. Surrounding her image are the inscriptions: Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2003, an abbreviation of the Latin De Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Every letter etched into the surface serves as a testament to her reign and the stability of the realm during that year. The minting of the 2003 2 pence coin took place at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, South Wales, a facility renowned worldwide for its precision and quality. The coins were struck with a standard weight of 7.12 grams and a diameter of 25.9 millimeters, perfectly balanced to fit the needs of both daily transactions and long-term durability. But it wasn't just about meeting production standards. For the Royal Mint, every coin produced carries with it a responsibility to preserve national heritage, and in 2003, this was no exception. What makes some examples of this year's 2 pence coin so remarkable is the rarity of certain minting variations and the pristine condition in which some have survived. Over time, coins in circulation suffer the inevitable wear of life in pockets, purses, and tills. Yet, some 2003 2 pence coins escape this fate, remaining untouched in mint sets, proof collections, or hidden away by careful collectors who recognize their potential. It is these high-grade specimens, often graded by professional numismatic services, that command awe-inspiring prices at auctions today. A perfect example of such a coin gleams under the light, its copper plating still radiating the deep reddish hue it possessed when it first left the presses over 2 decades ago. The allure of the 2003 2 pence doesn't rest solely in its appearance. For many collectors, it represents a specific moment in the numismatic timeline, nestled between the older bronze issues of the past and the redesigns that would come later in 2008, when the reverse design was completely overhauled. It stands as a final chapter in the story of the Christopher Ironside reverse before the dramatic shift in coinage aesthetics. This transitional significance alone fuels demand among those who seek to complete or enhance their collections with coins from pivotal years. Collectors from around the world, from seasoned experts to enthusiastic newcomers, find themselves captivated by the story of this coin. The market for rare British decimal coins has seen remarkable growth over the past decade, and the 2003 2 pence sits in a particularly fascinating niche, rare enough to be valuable, yet still close enough to our own time to feel attainable. For the sharp-eyed treasure hunter, spotting one in exceptional condition can be akin to finding gold. Indeed, the thrill of discovery is part of what makes coin collecting such an enduring passion. The 2003 2 pence has also played a part in the broader narrative of how small denomination coins can achieve great value. Many might dismiss a low-value coin as inconsequential, but history repeatedly proves otherwise. Factors like limited mintage runs, production errors, and uncirculated condition can transform such coins into items of intense bidding wars among collectors. Some 2003 examples, particularly those with flawless surfaces or rare variations, have crossed the auction block at staggering sums. Stories circulate in collector circles of individuals who, by sheer chance, discovered a 2003 2p tucked away in an old drawer, slipped into a forgotten coin jar, or lodged in the seam of a wallet. Upon closer inspection and professional grading, these once overlooked coins became the centerpieces of valuable collections or fetched life-changing amounts when sold. Such tales remind us that hidden treasures can reside in the most ordinary places, waiting only for someone with the knowledge and curiosity to recognize them. For HD ultra-rare coins and other dedicated numismatic storytellers, coins like the 2003 2p are more than just collectibles. They are artifacts that bridge the past and the present. They carry the echoes of the royal mint's craftsmanship, the authority of the crown, and the touch of countless hands they may, or may not, have passed through. Each example tells its own journey, whether it has traveled through commerce or sat quietly in a protective case, preserving its original brilliance. And then comes the moment that astonishes even the most skeptical observer, the realization of its current market value. For the right specimen in pristine condition, the 2003 Elizabeth II 2p can command prices that defy expectations. We're not talking about a few pounds or even a few hundred. In the high-stakes realm of elite coin collecting, where rarity, condition, and historical resonance align perfectly, this unassuming copper-plated steel coin has been known to reach an astonishing value of $21 million. This extraordinary worth isn't a reflection of its face value or metal content, but of its rarity, desirability, and the fierce competition among top-tier collectors determined to own the finest examples available. It's the perfect example of how something so small can hold such immense significance, both financially and historically. The 2003 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2p is proof that every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story is worth far more than anyone could have imagined. Top 3. The United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2p from 1993 is one such coin, a copper-plated steel disc that carries with it the story of a nation, a monarch, and the peculiar circumstances that can turn an everyday object into a multi-million-dollar treasure. For most people, a 2p coin is barely worth noticing, tossed into a pocket or left at the bottom of a drawer. But for collectors, this particular year and design hide a fascinating narrative, one that begins in the heart of Britain's minting history and stretches into the modern collector's market with astonishing value. Back in 1993, the Royal Mint was continuing the production of decimal coinage, a system that had been fully adopted in 1971 to replace the old pounds, shillings, and pence structure. The 2p coin, first introduced in 1971, had already gone through subtle changes in composition and mintage patterns. While earlier coins were made of bronze, by the early 1990s, the Royal Mint was preparing for a shift toward copper-plated steel to cut costs. However, in 1993, the 2p was still produced in bronze, which makes it one of the last years before the full transition began. This was significant, because bronze coins from this era have a different luster, weight, and feel, details collectors cherish. The obverse of the 1993 Elizabeth II 2p features the familiar and regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makhlouf. This was the third definitive portrait of the Queen to appear on British coins, introduced in 1985 and used until 1997. Makhlouf's depiction is elegant and formal, showing the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, a crown adorned with diamonds, pearls, crosses, and floral emblems of the United Kingdom, roses, thistles, and shamrocks. His design aimed to capture both the dignity and grace of the monarch while giving the image a more sculptural, almost classical quality. Collectors often point out how Makhlouf's version stands out from other portraits because of its deep relief and the way it catches light, giving the coin a more luxurious presence. Turning to the reverse, the coin proudly bears the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet. This symbol has been used for centuries and is accompanied by the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. The design was created by Christopher Ironside for the original decimal coinage series, and it remained a constant feature until the 2008 coinage redesign. Surrounding the badge is the denomination, 2 pence, written in capital letters. In 1993, this design still retained the full words, a detail that collectors appreciate, especially since the denomination inscription was later shortened to just 2 pence in earlier years and underwent various spacing and font changes over time. When we talk about the minting process of the 1993 2 pence, the precision and consistency of the Royal Mint come into focus. Every blank planchet was carefully prepared, with the bronze alloy giving the coin its warm, reddish hue. The striking process involved enormous pressure, ensuring every detail, from the texture of the feathers in the Prince of Wales badge to the fine lines in the Queen's crown, was sharply defined. However, in any mass production, tiny anomalies can occur, and it's these imperfections that often make certain coins far more valuable. Some 1993 2 pence coins are known to have been struck slightly off-center, have die cracks, or even feature minor double striking. While these minting errors were rare, their existence adds a fascinating twist for collectors, pushing the value far beyond the coin's humble face value. The rarity of the 1993 2 pence comes not just from its age but from its mintage and condition. While millions were struck for circulation, the passage of time has seen most of them worn down through daily use. Pristine examples, especially uncirculated ones straight from mint sets, are far less common. The collector's market values coins based on their grade, with the best examples having full original luster, no scratches, and sharp, crisp details. Many 1993 coins were also issued in special Royal Mint presentation packs or proof sets, where they were struck to a higher standard with mirror-like finishes. These proof versions are incredibly sought after today. For coin enthusiasts, the appeal of the 1993 Elizabeth II 2 pence is a mix of nostalgia, design beauty, and the thrill of the hunt. This was a year before the sweeping changes to British coinage design and composition took hold, so it represents the end of a classic era in UK coin history. Collectors love how this coin embodies the craftsmanship of traditional minting while also being part of the Queen's long and remarkable reign. In fact, for many, owning one is not just about the metal, it's about holding a tangible link to Britain's cultural and numismatic heritage. Some of the most valuable examples of the 1993 2 pence are those that combine rarity of condition with unusual characteristics. For instance, a coin that is perfectly preserved in its original proof packaging can already fetch a surprising price. Add in a rare minting error, such as a mule coin where the obverse and reverse designs don't match the intended year, and you suddenly have a numismatic treasure worth staggering amounts. Over the years, such coins have quietly changed hands between private collectors, sometimes at auction, with prices climbing far beyond what most people would believe for a mere 2 pence. It's not unusual for coins like this to become legends in the collecting community. Stories circulate of lucky individuals discovering rare examples in old jars, in inherited coin collections, or even as part of a child's long-forgotten savings tin. For those who recognize what they've found, the windfall can be life-changing. The knowledge that a small, reddish coin from 3 decades ago could hold immense value makes the 1993 2 pence a constant subject of intrigue on coin forums, social media groups, and numismatic exhibitions. Today, the market for rare British coins is more vibrant than ever, with collectors from around the globe competing to own pieces of the UK's monetary history. Demand for top-grade 1993 2 pence coins has surged, especially among those specializing in modern decimal coinage. As Queen Elizabeth II's historic reign came to an end in 2022, coins from her earlier portraits gained even more sentimental and historical importance. The 1993 version, with its Mackloff portrait and bronze composition, now stands as a representative of a bygone chapter in British minting. And then, of course, there is the ultimate prize, the kind of specimen that takes the 1993 2 pence from interesting to extraordinary. Imagine a flawless proof strike, kept untouched since it left the mint, with every line, curve, and letter in perfect relief. Now imagine it also has a rare minting anomaly, one that sets it apart as possibly unique. Such a coin is the crown jewel of a collection, the sort of item that can send bidding wars into a frenzy. In one astonishing case, a coin of this caliber was valued at an unbelievable $32 million, a figure that shocks casual observers but makes perfect sense to seasoned collectors who understand the blend of rarity, perfection, and historical weight. For those who love coins, this is the thrill of the hobby, the idea that treasures still exist in the most unexpected forms. The 1993 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2 pence may have started life as an ordinary piece of change, but for the right example in the right hands, it has become something far greater. It is a reminder that history is not just in museums or dusty archives. Sometimes, it's in your pocket, waiting for someone with the knowledge and passion to recognize it. And for the lucky collector who holds the ultimate specimen, that small copper coin isn't worth 2 pence. It's worth a staggering $32 million, and it carries with it a story as rich and enduring as the monarchy it portrays.